We're live. Grateful day. Woo! Grateful day, grateful day. Thank you all for joining me. We are, you guys, oh my gosh. We are on episode 20 and the title is just feeling overwhelmed as an entrepreneur while stuck in your own way, yet persevering against all odds. I am so excited that you're here with me for this podcast number 20. Who knew? Who knew I was going to do 20 of them? So, anyways, I'm Jenée Hudson, your Uplifter, and I empower former and transitioning professionals navigating the complex balances of life, commitments, and growth, just guiding them to conquer overwhelm and just an unwavering integrity, authenticity, and perseverance, all anchored in faith. All right, so enough about me. Although I gotta show the t-shirt, and I don't know if you can see it. It's a pretty little peachy color, and it looks good with my hair, by the way. Anyways, the t-shirt, what this means to me today on Friday for this t-shirt is, what it says, first of all, is, and it goes around in a circle here, and it says, embrace good vibes, let your dreams come true, and embrace change. I am all about embracing change, especially positive change, okay? So today's episode, like I had mentioned, is just being overwhelmed as an entrepreneur, right? And being stuck in your own way, but still persevering against all the odds. That's pretty much all that I've been going through as an entrepreneur. I don't know about you, but that's me, okay? So today we're diving into the challenge that entrepreneurs faces who find themselves just overwhelmed and stuck in their own patterns for the most part. Yet we continue to just push forward against all odds, all right? So this is a raw and real discussion about navigating just the restless times that we have and those challenges as an entrepreneur altogether. So today there are 3 main just key talking points that I'll be going over and discussing. So let's get started. All right, so feeling overwhelmed as an entrepreneur. Whew, I know we all experience this, I do all the time, let me tell you, even as an uplifter. So entrepreneurship often comes just with a heavy dose of just like that overwhelm due to flexible natures and things that we go through of just running a business altogether, or even just life, right? Just getting through life. So I wanted to bring to you some specific aspects just to consider about all this and just kind of how to navigate through them all. So one of them is wearing multiple hats. Who has experienced this? Put it in the chat. Let me tell you. I wore multiple hats from the corporate world where I was the HR manager running $1 million company. Plus I had 4 other roles, 800 employees. Okay. 800 hourly and salary, but I was still doing the thing and doing what I had to do. So I wore many hats. So I totally understand what it means to wear many hats. And as an entrepreneur, we're responsible for all these various different things and aspects of our actual business, of our livelihood and our community and all of that, right? So we have to be up on the sales part of it, operations, finance of our companies and our livelihoods, like I said, our finances. All of this we just have to juggle it all. And it can just be very, very overwhelming, okay? And it could just leave us just feeling like we're just being stretched in many different ways. That's how I feel sometimes. So we don't want that, right? Take it from me. I have 3 businesses that I'm conducting. So I can only imagine what it is for just the one because I got 3. So can you imagine? I only got so many body parts to be stretched around. So very, very overwhelming. It could definitely be. So the next one is balancing work, life, and mental health. We already know, with me even saying the word mental health, we are all going through it and have been and continue to. And it's not a negative thing for the most part. We just got to get through it in a positive manner for the most part, right? So just having the unclear boundaries between work and personal life, we can just, it can take a toll, right? On just the mental well-being altogether. And just being able to find a healthy balance is very crucial to sustain that long-term success. So definitely keep that in mind. It's very important. The next one is dealing with uncertainty. Man, I don't know about you all. And if you've dealt with any form of uncertainty, put it in the chat. Just put the word uncertainty. So I know I'm not alone, for one. But dealing with uncertainty, you know, as an entrepreneur or just during your journey in life, it's just a natural thing for the most part. And the fear of failure, man, and the unknown, that was huge for me. And it still is sometimes. What? Because I'm human. So it's very challenging and it's kind of scary, right? So that can contribute drastically to just feelings of just all that overwhelm. So you got to just kind of look out for those things that does not take place for the most part. So I wanted to give you guys some actual giftful tips for all of these things, for at least 3 main ones, okay? So the following are giftful tips to overcome feeling just overwhelmed. So get your information out, get your notebooks out so you can write this down really quick. So one is simply to just prioritize tasks. And based on impact and urgency, make sure that you do it that way, okay? These things, by the way, I utilize and they are so helpful. I have to have something like this though with 3 businesses going on. Very important. So the second one for the overwhelm is learn to delegate and outsource the non-core activities. So an example is just choosing what you enjoy to do within your business or your livelihood, your lifestyle, your journey. And then allow someone else to handle just the other complexities of those things that you don't really care for. They got to get done, right? But allow them to handle that part. You keep doing the stuff that you enjoy to do. That is the key. That's what I do. For sure. I have a VA and he handles all the other stuff that I'm like, you handle that stuff. I handle all the fun stuff. So, and then the third one for being overwhelmed to help you with this is just establish a daily routine that includes time for actual self-care. Very important that you have self-care into that. You guys, I was doing yoga on my living room floor last night because I needed it with all just the community like meetings and things like that. Yoga is a part of my life now. Just that I'm not doing all that strenuous yoga, let me tell you that, but the relaxing piece, I needed that, and I needed that time for me. So it's just a mental relaxation. So try it out. I'm telling you, it works. These are all things again that I do all the time. All right, so the next gift is number 2. And this has to do with being stuck in your own way. I wanted to talk about these things tonight because, man, these are all things that, again, even the uplifter me, I'm going through, okay? Been through, still going through it sometimes. So I'm always stuck in my own way. If you feel the same, so that, again, I know I'm not alone, put stuck in the chat. So self-harming behaviors like this and just limiting beliefs can act as just roadblocks for entrepreneurs like us. It's I just want to show you how to recognize and address the internal struggle is what I kind of call it. Because that's what it kind of is, right? It's an internal struggle. So to help with this, let's start with the first one. Recognizing self-defeating behaviors. Like, be true to yourself for the most part. You got to be true to yourself. And when you recognize them, you know that something is going on and that something has got to be fixed. Okay. So you got to recognize these type of things. And with that being said, this could be like, you could just manifest, like it would help with manifestation, but it's part of like that procrastination, which I do sometimes, not on purpose, and perfectionism. That's me. Unapologetically though. Or just the fear of taking risk, and then self-awareness is very, very key to identifying these behaviors. And then another one is overcoming limiting beliefs. Very important. Okay. Because we all have this like self-talk that we do of doubts and it just hinders our progress altogether, to be honest. So challenging these actual beliefs and just restructuring them is what I do in a positive manner, of course. It's very essential to just like the growth of being an entrepreneur and just for our livelihood and, as I call it, my journey. All right. So and the last one for that particular one is just embracing change and growth. Very important, right? So what do I mean by that? Being open to change and continuously seeking. It's very important that you continue to do this. Seek personal development is very important. I did this, oh my gosh, into my 4 years ago and ongoing. I'm always getting that self-development. Okay. It's very important to just breaking free from all that self-imposed, like those limitations that we feel we put upon ourselves. Okay. So again, if you feel the same way, please put in limitations in the chat, because it is very important that we stop doing this to ourselves. We're kind of sabotaging ourselves by doing these things, right? So I gave you those 3 giftful tips and things like that, but I also wanted to give you some for overcoming self-harming. I mean, it all kind of goes together, but self-harming, very important as well. So practice mindfulness when it comes to so you don't self-harm yourself. Practice mindfulness and self-reflection to actually identify like those reoccurring patterns that are taking place. Again, these are things that I utilize on a regular basis. It is very important to do so. And with that as well, seek feedback from your mentors. I do that quite often. I'm texting them even outside of the community to get some helpful, a helpful path, I guess you could call it, or whatever. So just from your mentors, if you don't have a mentor, your peers, even your sister girls, as I call some of my sister girls, and just gain perspective on your actual weaknesses. It's okay to do this. You don't have to feel bad about it, because that's how you're going to grow for the most part, right? So also set achievable goals. Don't have these drastic plans like I'm going to have a Lamborghini soon and I know that's going to happen someday, but I have to start small, so it can't be too drastic, because that ain't happening probably this moment, but maybe tomorrow. I'll have that purple Lamborghini. So just make sure they're achievable goals and celebrate gradual progress. Every little thing that you do, celebrate it, because it should be celebrated. Okay. Number 3, persevering against all odds. Okay. So entrepreneurship is a journey. a big journey, okay? But it could be a great one. That's how I feel about mine. So it's filled with ups and downs, as we all know. And here's how to stay resilient in the face of adversity, okay? I'm about to give you guys these tips. Write them down. I hope you got your notebooks. The first one is cultivating resilience. Simply just develop a resilient mindset that allows you to bounce back. Again, I practice this all the time. I have to have a great mindset. Therefore, the people that do know me, you know that I'm very positive. You have to have that because it's just very lucrative to keep going. And it helps you just to have like a renewed strength by having this great mindset, right? So the next one is just learning from setbacks. Learn from them. Don't see them as like, oh my gosh, I can't go back and do this, or I'm not going to try this again because it didn't work for me the first time. No, see it as a minor setback that you're going to get in front of for the most part. Because, you know, every failure is a learning opportunity. So keep that in mind. And just embrace the failures that you've already been through as just stepping stones to help you get to where you're trying to be for the most part. And for that lucrative success. It's very helpful if you just have that great mindset. So the last but not least is celebrating those small wins. I know you've heard me talk about this before because it's very important so that you don't feel some kind of way, for one thing, about not achieving certain goals that you know that you should be achieving for the most part, or that you feel that you should be achieving, right? So just acknowledging and celebrating even the smallest achievements, the smallest things, can fuel just your motivation. It helps with your confidence and your perseverance. You know, it works for me. I'm trying to tell you, and I can't be the only one that it'll work for. Let me give you an example. I received a recent achievement. Many of you, thank you, by the way, because you congratulated me, within my Be Iconic community. And this is where I was recognized for the Impactor Award. Well, let me tell you, I know I work hard, big time. I almost feel like Eric Thomas, who says no one can outwork me. I'm that person, I'm telling you. So I actually received that award, and while I know I deserve it, I actually didn't think I was going to get it. Didn't even have a clue at all, because I am hard on myself though. So just know that you can get through things, okay? And just celebrate those small wins, even when they're small and they're not big. So the following are giftful tips for just building that resilience. And one is to surround yourself with a supportive network of just fellow entrepreneurs and mentors. I have like 3 different communities that I'm a part of because it helps, as well as I have 3 accountability partners that are outside of these communities. I possibly met one in a whole nother community that I'm not actually active in, even though I'm still in it. But one is on here right now. Shout out to Maisha. So, and then a mentor, Erica Marie, she's on here, and Darren. So, man, you guys, it's just very, very lucrative to just keep in contact and get that support. Again, I'm always saying you don't have to do it alone. Oh, we had a poor connection there, but the devil is a lie. I'm going to keep going. If y'all just seen that little glitch that took place. All right. So, another is to that growth mindset that we talked about. It's very, like I said, lucrative to just pretty much just keep that going. All right. So lastly, practice gratitude and positive affirmations. This has been so helpful. I actually get up every day, and what I usually do is I give back to God because that's just my time with the Lord. And then I do my little 20-minute workout, and then I go conduct my day for the most part. And let me tell you, that starts at like 5:30 a.m. Just so you know. But I'm always like saying affirmations. One, because I am beautiful. But two, because I am worthy of more, and so are you. You know, if we don't believe it about ourselves, who is going to believe it? Is how I think sometimes, you know, so you should feel the same way. So just simply speak positive affirmations for yourself. It's very, very important and helpful. All right. So, you know, by addressing all of these things and just these talking points and these giftful tips that I've given you, it helps you to just be impactful, take action, and just as an entrepreneur to just navigate in a very positive manner. So I hope that you go back and listen to all these giftful tips and just really see them as important to your life and to your journey, because it's going to be very helpful if you continue to like listen to me with this podcast and take these words as a positive, because again, you can do it. You know, I'm always telling you guys that. So just remember, progress is a journey, you guys. It's a journey. And every step forward counts towards realizing you just being a successful entrepreneur. And it helps with your dreams. All right. So I want to introduce an interactive challenge. You know, I always like to give a challenge at the end, and pretty much just related to overcoming just that self-doubt, because I've been there and I sometimes do go back to it, not on purpose, but I give myself like 30 minutes. I'll be like, Jenée, 30 minutes is over. No more crying. Whatever you're going through, get over it, because it's not going to help anyways. And it's going to raise your blood pressure. So don't do it. It's not worth it. Not no person, thing, not worth it. Keep in front of yourself for the most part. Stand up for yourself and just do the thing, because you can. And again, you're worthy. So the challenge is called the Breakthrough to Success. Okay. And the objective of it is just to overcome that self-limiting belief and take tangible steps towards entrepreneur growth and success. So here are the following steps. There's like 3 of them. 1, identify your limiting belief. Okay. Whatever that limiting belief is, identify it. Just take a moment to reflect on any self-doubts and negativity beliefs. Okay. Negative beliefs. Whatever you feel like holding you back from starting a business or inclining your business or whatever that is. Or maybe there's people in your life that should not be in your life anymore. Whatever it is, long handed spoon, like my mom tells me, love them from afar. Self-love, tough self-love. Okay. So the next one is reframe your beliefs. Reframe them. Just reorganize them for the most part. Okay. For each limiting belief that you identify, just restructure it in a positive way. Let me give you an example. A limiting belief would be, I'm not experienced enough to succeed. Okay. But a reframed one and a restructured belief would be, every challenge I overcome adds to my experience and resilience. That's an example of how to go about that. Okay. So the third one to this challenge is to seek support and accountability. And for those of you who don't have, you're not taking notes, I will put this into the actual comments part when I do post it and everything, the main part of it, the main body, so that you can have those and you can go back and grab them off, copy paste, or whatever you want to do to help you. So, but the third one is to seek support and accountability. All right. So we talked about this before. Reach out to a mentor, a colleague, a supportive community, or me, Jenée Hudson, the Uplifter, of course, just to share your goals and seek that guidance. All right. Accountability and encouragement can really boost your confidence and overall motivation. I'm telling you, it's very, very helpful. It helped me big time. to have all these people in my life. So simply just take action. Just take action already. What are you waiting for? Take action and commit to taking at least one courageous step towards your goal just within the next week even. Just take action, okay? So that's it, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this special episode of Faith Forward Fiercely podcast. I am so grateful for you all for even coming on. You guys are blessings beyond belief. And just remember, you are not alone on this journey, okay? Not at all. Embrace your challenges, learn from them. That's the important thing. And keep moving forward fearlessly all the time. So stay tuned for more inspiring episodes of this podcast. And guess what? My first mastermind is soon to come. Yes, just like last time I told you guys I'm going to be doing that community, that's coming also. But the first mastermind is on its way. I'm geeked. You should be too, because hopefully you'll be joining me. But just stay tuned for more. So until next time, have a blessed day and a prosperous year on purpose. I'm Jenée. Bye.